toys, right? Make your own soda can. Ooh, you know.
Yeah.
And yet, and then what do adults do? Well, adults with their own jobs and their own money just buy that shit from other businesses. But it's like, that's fucking stupid and boring and lame.
Well, and
like,
then
I want to make my own shit.
Yeah,
you know?
and
like,
then you have the flip side of it where like it's either for kids or it's for like old grandmas, right? Like you have kids with self-sufficiency, and then you have old grandmas who, learning how to make your own shirt. That's grandma shit. Learning how to sew, learning how to, because we're pushed to, we'll just go to the laundromat and get it tailored. Or go to this or whatever. And then we're like, oh my God, grandma, you fixed, you hemmed my skirt. Or you hemmed my jeans. Or you fixed a hole in my pants. And it's like we're either taught to buy a new pair of pants or to, take it to the tailors so that we see these grandparents, specifically grandmas, who can do this skill. And we're like, wow. And it's like, but if you learn that now, it's so weirdly gendered, but it's also so weirdly, like, judged. Being, like, it's like either...
It's gendered and aged.
Yeah, it's gender and age. And it's like, oh, well, if you know how to do it, obviously, you're a woman. You should know how to hem. And then it's like, oh, well, you know how to hem? Like, my grandma knows how to hem. All my grandma does is crochet. And it's like, do you know how interesting it could be if I could design my own shirt and pants and dresses? Like, we would never have to buy clothes again.
Yeah, exactly. And it's so funny, too, because apparently, I guess there was an article that came out recently that was all like, top 5 things that are marketed to be frugal but are actually more costly. And one of them was gardening. And the article straight up said, like, like, it effectively amounted to just saying, like, bro, come on. Just fucking buy that fresh produce at Walmart. Come on. Like, you fucking nerd.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is so, like, weird. Because here's the thing about gardening, right? Like, it will actually be more costly when you first try to do it because you're learning, But I wonder, like, once you get really good at it and once you find the pocket for it, it will become gainful,
Well, and also one of the things that with gardening people should learn is, I think, canning, and being able to dry out, because when you grow your own onions, you have to dry them out for like 2 weeks, and then what you can do to store them is called braiding. So you braid the leaves of the onions together, and then you hang them up. And like you can do that with garlic too. You braid the leaves. And, like, no one tells people how to store. They're like, oh, garden. Get into gardening. Be self-sufficient. And then they don't teach you how to store your shit. They don't, like, go, oh, here's how to do this. Here's how to do that. Like, because canning works. You can make jams and shit. Like,
Yeah, I forget what the process was called, but we were watching one video where, in order to make strawberry jam, straight up, and this must be clearly so unhealthy, like in large quantities. But one of the things that ended up happening was someone straight up put like sugar. It was like half strawberry, half sugar concoction into a mason jar, into the fridge. And I guess I don't know if like the sugar was like pulling out and kind of like curing out like the like juices in the strawberry or something. But then all of a sudden, this like jam formed. When it was like half sugar, half strawberry, like concoction. And it was like, I'm like, what? And I think they left it in there for like about a month or a week. But I'm just like, whoa, like, you can just make your own strawberry, like, preserve jam thing like that. Like, just sugar and strawberry and mason jar and leave it alone forever.
Well, I mean,
cool as heck.
Yeah, and we also learned, I learned how to make a, it's called a, compote. But it's like you put sugar, water, and you make a cherry compote for to put together cake layers or cupcake layers. And you make it out of putting sugar, water, and the fruit you're doing, and it's almost like a glue, like a bakery glue.
Oh,
and
no.
And it's like
I'm in a hole.
Oh,
God.
God.
Pushed into a hole.
Not the hole. And I'm like, I would have loved that to have been a thing that wasn't gendered, because it's called home ec class. You know, and obviously the majority of the students who were with me were, you know, they were girls. But I would have loved that, you know, I would have loved, you know, I did learn a little cooking in it, but I mainly loved to sew in that class. That was fun. You know, you did granny squares, you did all of that. She did try to teach us how to bake, and I was like, I'm not interested in the bake. Where is the cool, like, come on. Show us the cool stuff, lady. Show us the cool things.
I'm fighting the dudes again who say, hi, hi.
So, it says to...
I don't think you can pick at the Crimson. Yeah, you have to get a better.
It says, take the bus to the gardens. How the fuck do I...
come out of a tree?
A chimera?
I call it chimeras.
Oh, that's how you use the damn map. Yeah, well, I figured that out.
Oh no, we got a blood crawler coming our way.
Would you like to tell your audience how I almost lost my voice being a bad guy in your chapter yesterday?
I'm writing a story, and it's a long story, and smolsnoodle likes to edit, and of course, obviously, in editing, you know, you read out loud, try to see how words sound, you know, no longer trapped in your head.
Yeah.
And you end up, like, coming away with making some silly voice impressions.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote, like, you know, demonic enemies, and so she put on the craziest growl voice. And I would definitely not have voiced it the way she did, but then again, I am also a man, so I have a manlier voice.
Oh my god, you can't even give me my flowers. Can't even give me my props. Yeah.
Oh, am I dying here? Oh, water.
No, you don't. No. My voice was like, it was like, oh no, it's Bobo, not Bob's. You know?
Hey, there you go.
That's how you do the.
So wicked.
That's how you do the voice. But what he doesn't tell you is this man writes fucking paragraphs in demonic voice. So I had done a bit. I had to stick to the bit. You know, and so I'm reading paragraphs like, liberate the captured cats. Keep out of the agent's flashlights. If you get caught 3 times, you'll have to start over. Big, huge chunks of paragraphs for pages upon pages. And so and then I go to my normal voice, and I'm like, and we're here. And when he's listening to my review, he's like, the voice you're doing is quite funny. And I'm like, it's a demonic voice. You have to do the bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you have to do it. Like, obviously.
You know what I am saying?
But, like, I am editing the chapter now for, because we're co-authors, of Arantini, who is a little 5'11" mushroom humanoid, who's quite funny. And I
made her, psychotic.
You did make her psychotic. Which she's a little, to be fair, you made her psychotic because in this instance she was a bit psychotic because, you know, her hometown has been through the goddamn ringer, alright? You know, these fucking Krillies and these Neferoffs and this, and then, you know, she had to deal with, because after she dealt with the Relics, right? No, she dealt with the Barded ones, and then it was the Relics, and then it's Neferoff. So I feel like she's earned her psychotic break, alright?
Yeah. I love it. I didn't recall she was in the original ACT, but okay, you know.
No,
we will most assuredly talk about that on the podcast on the other channel.
Yeah, no,
oh god, dun dun dun.
I would say she was probably a spore. You know, she was a baby. But they're the hobbits of the Undertow with the longevity of elves and the fight of dwarves. So you figure out how that all works. You know?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I guess the mushroom people are our dwarves.
They would, you know. And so, you know, they have, you know, a council of elders. They have, you know, whatever. But it's very interesting. It would be interesting if they, you know, were, you know, part of the sequel a little bit. The third, not the main one's done now. Basically. Brought in. Because I think it'd be funny if, like, one of our characters was like, oh my god, I love mushroom soup. And Arantini's like, what? You love what? Do you eat your human babies too? Like,
wait. Oh my god, that'd be so funny.
She'd be like, what do you mean mushroom soup? Because, you know, to her, they're Monis. Like, they're not, like, the mushroom people. So, like, Law would be like, yeah, I love fucking cream of mushroom. Like, that's one of my favorite soups. And she's like, oh, cream of mushroom? What is mushroom? And then Law One, like, shows her a picture of, like, one on his phone. And she's like, do you kidnap my people? Do you just kill my people for soup? And he's like, no, wait.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
Wow. Holy smokes.
I'm trying to get...
Well, it looks like we got a lot of videos.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm trying to sneak past these guards in this game.
I can't wait for us to get on that other channel and start doing podcasts about this stuff, about the writing, you know?
It'll be we'll have to tomorrow or Friday or something, like, write down some topics.
Yeah, that'll be coming up here in the end of November, so...
Yeah. Are you gonna play another game, or are you gonna...
I'm gonna tap out. We got so many videos. We have so many videos.
Ooh, okay. Well, go back to weeding or whatever you were doing.
I know I don't want to hurt you, but everything inside of me is telling me to drive this stake through your heart.
Why would you say that? It's me, Jeremy.
You're a vampire.
Yeah, but I'm also your sister. Jer. I would never do anything to hurt you.
No.
Get it away from me. Hey, Jared, wake up. Jared, please wake up.
Jeremy! Get out of here, Matt. Jeremy, you don't want to do this, okay? That's your sister. It's that stupid mark on your arm. Shut up, Matt! Jeremy, look at me. I'm human, and I'm telling you not to hurt her. Get out of here, Matt! Come on, let's get out of here. Let me do it.
Your mom parties harder than you do.
Does she have the gene?
Dad. What about your parents?
Never met him. My adoptive parents found out about my wolf gene when I did.
probably kick me out.
You never told me how it triggered.
You mean who I killed? Boating accident.